Hi, family. Hi, family. I am Dr. Mo, and I am your favorite colon hydrotherapist. I want to talk to you about what it looks like to have, excuse me, a complete bowel movement. Oftentimes, clients are asking me, I know what I should be doing. But can you break it down a little bit? Like what should I be looking for to let me know that it actually is complete? Like I had a complete evacuation. There's nothing sitting in the anal area. And a lot of times, I'll be very honest with you. I know this is very like TMI, but I am your favorite colon therapist and I have to keep it very clear for you, is that when clients come in for their colon therapy session and they're not having regular bowel movements, I know, hear me out. And if this is their rectum and this is the speculum and I go to insert the speculum, I'm actually pushing up against fecal matter because they have not had a complete bowel movement. So there's waste sitting in the rectal area. There are so many veins and arteries wrapped around the anus. It's unreal. Like, you don't want waste of all things sitting there because your body will do something called auto-intoxication, meaning that the body will start to absorb the waste that's not being eliminated. So your body is very smart. It's like, well, if it's not going to be eliminated, we're going to use it. But the problem is that you cannot reuse waste. It's waste. And that's how people get sick. Parasites are possible. This can promote hemorrhoids. I mean, it can do so many damaging things. It could be one of the common reasons why women are having issues with their menstrual cycle, because all of that is in the same girdle. It's in the same holding space, literally. So if one is being affected, everything there is being affected. I mean, it just keeps going. It's logic. And one thing I read the other day, this guy said, how about we try using intelligence before we start using artificial intelligence? And the room just went silent. And I just smiled and I just said, I'm in the right spot. I'm in the right spot because when you think about it, it makes complete sense. So here are the ways in which to know you've had a complete bowel movement. When you go to have your bowel movement, there is not necessarily a sense of urgency, but a sense of awareness. Now, those are two totally different things. A sense of urgency means that you're moving and you're trying to hurry up and find it, and you've probably been holding, which you shouldn't. You've probably been holding your waist for some time now, and now the urgency has just moved beyond capacity for your body to hold, and now your body's in a state of panic. That's not a complete bowel movement. That's actually doing something else. We'll talk about that later. A complete bowel movement, the first thing you want to look at is that there is no urgency, but there is complete awareness. Okay? Complete awareness. The second is that when you sit down, there is an elimination that happens immediately. There's no waiting. It just flows. It flows out. There's no pushing. There's no sitting there reading a whole article. None of that is happening. I remember a friend of mine stopped by my house and she's like, oh, I need to use the restroom. I was like, yeah, go ahead. And so she goes in the restroom and she's like, there's no magazines in here. Okay, love. I don't know what you're doing in your restroom, but I'm not sitting there long enough to enjoy anything out of an article or a magazine or my cell phone. So you in the right spot. Now let's talk, sis. What's going on with you? She just started busting up laughing. She was like, out of all the places, this is where I come to go use the restroom. So flow, it should just come out effortlessly. When you do have your lovely flow and awareness of the flow, you should have some type of release from your nose, your eyes, or your ears. Something should pop or drain, or, you clear your eyes or something, because this channel goes all the way up to here, your digestion channel. Literally, believe it or not. So when you have a complete evacuation of the bottom, this up top also clears. So you should be able to blow your nose, or your nose will drain, or you'll probably start yarning and get some oxygen in your blood and in your brain. You may start popping your ears, or your eyes may, you may start rubbing your eyes or something like that. Complete phenomenon. Try it. You're going to go, Mo, this is the craziest thing ever. I never noticed that. Yes, it is only when you have a complete bowel movement. The second is, or the third, actually this is the fourth. The fourth is when you go to wipe yourself, there is nothing on the tissue paper. It's completely clear. And I don't mean clear with mucus, because that can also happen as well. If that is happening, that's something else, and that's a whole nother conversation. Whole other conversation. I'm glad it's coming out, but we need to address this, and we need to address it now. So that's happening to you, call me. 562-682-0818, because we need to nip that in the bud. But when you go to have a bowel movement, to have a complete bowel movement, when you go to wipe yourself, there should be nothing on the tissue paper. Okay? It should be clean. If you have a couple of streaks there, here and there, that just could mean that you may have a little bit too much sugar in your diet, a little sticky. Maybe you had some alcohol, a little bit more sugar than normal, a little bit more coffee than normal, a little bit more caffeine than normal. So that could be the reason why, or it could be food as well too. Like beets just like leave all kind of imprints in the body. So you also have to look at your food. So if you've had maybe dark colored food like chocolate, rich chocolate cake. I love that stuff, but I'm not going to lie. It rips you up inside. It is the worst to get out of the body. It's the longest to get out of the body. And that's like German chocolate cake. Oh, I love it. But Jesus, it clings to the body and it won't come out. You have to do some deep excavating to get that junk out. So sometimes it's the food, but normally when you have a complete bowel movement, there is nothing on the tissue paper. So let's go over the 4 ways in which to know how you have had a complete bowel movement. Okay? Number 1, awareness over urgency. There's no urgency to get to the restroom, but you are like, I'm going to need to start making my way to the restroom in 5 minutes because sister need to sit down. That's the first one, urgency. The second is flow. When you sit down, it should just flow out effortlessly. If it is coming out popping out like air, that is something different. You need to call me. If it is running out of you like water, that is something different. You need to call me. If it is a soft serve, maybe a little bit more firmer than soft serve, that's okay. We're going to keep going. You're in the green, keep going. If it's burning, that's something else, call me. If there's blood present, call your physician and please call me. Let's see. There should be no pushing. There should be no straining. There should be no sweating. There should be no change in temperature. None of that should be happening. You should just sit down, exhale, have a bowel movement, or 3 or 4 or 5, because sometimes it just keeps rolling depending on what protocol you're using. That should roll out effortlessly. The third, to know that you have had a complete bowel movement, is that you should have some type of release up here, up on the upper part of your body. Your nose should drain. You should be wiping your eyes, or your ears should be popping, or you should be yawning to get more oxygen into your bloodstream. Most of the time it's going to be your nose. Your nose is going to clear most of the time, or you may like clear your throat. I have a client, when she has a bowel movement, she burps a lot. She does that on the table too, because it's all connected. It's all connected. Okay. And then the fourth is when you go to wipe yourself, there is nothing on the tissue paper. Okay. So when you go to wipe yourself, there is a clean slate. You did a good job. You get an A for pooping. Yay! So I want you to look at these facts. I want you to look at these points. I want you to use these points as measurements as you move along your week. So when things start to get a little haywire, you have something to measure your body up into and say, oh, I'm off track. I should be doing this and not that. Okay? So until then, loves, it has been always a pleasure. I appreciate you to the moon and back. My phone number is 562-682-0818, and my website is Moya, MOYA, bodycare.com. Until then, stay magical.